shall we? My mom used to always say that growing up. Welcome to another full day of eating, friends. And I think this one is gonna end up being a full day of eating what I planned versus what I actually ate. Because let me tell you what, I don't know how much I actually want to eat the stuff that I had planned. So as always, there are no food rules. Meal planning is an act of self-care. It's not meant to be rigid control. So today I think I'm just gonna show you how I navigated that. If you're new, hello, my name is Colleen. I'm a non-diet registered dietitian and personal trainer here to show you what it looks like to live a balanced life, one without rigid rules, yet in a way that makes you feel good both mentally and physically, caring for your health, both mental and physical. We love it here. So far this morning, I have had granola, which is my usual like pre-workout kind of nibble in the car. I just find I get a much better workout with a little bit of carbohydrates in the tank. So had that on my way there. And then I got home and I was kind of pretty hungry. So I had some banana bread and then I also picked up an ice cream. Let me show it to you. My husband said the store by us, it's just a little kind of like a local grocery store, had a birthday cake that had like a sugar cookie base, but they didn't have it and I wanted ice cream. So we got some sea salt caramel and let's show this. When you bring ice cream home, it is the perfect melty consistency. So obvi I had to give it a try. I've never had that kind before. So I had a couple bites of that and it was delicious. Didn't plan on eating either of that stuff, but that's okay. Really, the way that I go about my meal planning is I just plan kind of like the 3 meals and then sometimes snacks, or I make sure I have different options for snacks on hand. Why do I meal plan my meals? Because it just makes the day easier. I know I have the ingredients. I know I have something I'm going to enjoy, but again, the flexibility. So that's what we've got so far. I am gonna have another cup of coffee and I'm going to actually just kind of get to some work. Usually I have, you guys know, my favorite post-workout snack is cottage cheese toast. You got some carb, you got some protein in there. So I think I will probably still have that, but we'll see. I'm just gonna kind of get to work because I'm not feeling super hungry right now because I had all that stuff. Any hooser, that's where we're at. Okay guys, oh my gosh. I need water. So it's a little while later and I am waiting on my cottage cheese toast. I ended up making some. As I was doing so, I was like, I don't really feel like waiting. I'm a little hungry now. So I was just eating some peanut butter out of the jar and it can get a little dry. So we had just some peanut butter, literally just took a spoon to the jar. We've got our cottage cheese toast in the air fryer. That is my favorite way to make it. Oh, we gotta turn it. I don't know if this does anything. You know when you make like chicken tenders or something, there's like 2 sides. Well, you can't really like flip your toast over, but I just rotated it a little bit. I don't know if it does anything. We're waiting on that. So I don't know if this is gonna be breakfast. I don't know if I'm gonna have another snack. I don't know. What I had planned was, I kind of made this in my last video, a like raspberry froyo kind of thing. And I had said in the video, I was like, it's so good. Honestly, you could also use this as part of breakfast. I don't feel like fruity. I don't feel like a vegetable. And guess what? I've not touched a vegetable yet today. I'm not worried about not having it in my breakfast, if that's even what this is. I don't know. Today's just like really weird. That's okay. So I'm gonna go stick this back. I need some more water. I can still feel like that peanut butter in my throat. Okay, I'm gonna go wait for my toast. This is officially the most random day of eating. I grabbed a Built bar. I don't feel like putting anything together. And then I'm gonna, a little crunchy sounds good. So this is what we've got later morning. Honestly, the name of the game here is just easy. Literally why we picked those things. And sometimes that's the main driver of our choices. Solely for crunch. And then a little protein, because I might need a little more than the cottage cheese toast. So that's what we got. I'm not usually the biggest puff fan, but sugar on me. I like the salted caramel ones. They actually do have salt on top. Good. Okay, pro tip for peeling eggs. Do it while they're underwater. I'm trying to do it in like a clear one so you can see, but it's making it a little difficult. Makes it so much more easy to peel. And then also like get the little like film. Make sure you get under that. And then look, so much easier. There we go. There we go, baby. Can't remember where I learned this tip. but it's a good one. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna use this. I actually did stick with what I planned. I made the Matthew McConaughey tuna salad. Like went viral. Let me show you how I made it. Can of tuna, mayo or Greek yogurt, mustard, lemon juice, little apple cider vinegar. I should really be measuring, but I'll put roundabouts on the screen. 1 hard-boiled egg, red onion, celery, apple, pickles, then some corn, peas, some fried onions. He actually calls for, I think it was crispy jalapenos, but I couldn't find them anywhere, so we're just gonna put a sprinkle, sprinkle. This is so random, you guys, but it's really good. I'm gonna mix it up. We gotta get all of the bits in there. So wild, but it works. Wild. Delicious. Okay, I like to eat this 2 ways with crackers. That's what I've been doing. But I also like, grab a fork. So I will use crackers. I will literally just scoop it, or take a romaine leaf and you can make a little boat. Fill her up. Just fun. I really like this. It's just got everything. Everything but the kitchen sink. It's got protein, it's got fat, it's got carbs, fiber, veggies. Literally what's not to love. Snacky time for both of us. Is that good? You little brown rocks. Okie dokie, friends. My hunger cues are just all over the place today. My brain is all over the place today. I am all over the place today. We are gonna put a snack together. I don't even know. I can't tell if I'm hungry, but I know that I need to go walk the dog and I'm gonna need something before that. So we're using our practical hunger here. So usually this time of day, I will just like grab a protein bar, but I do want to try a new snack. I did plan on making this, so this is actually kind of like going according to plan. Let's put it together. All right, got some Greek yogurt there. Gonna add a little bit of cocoa powder. Fun fact, friends, did you know cocoa powder has a few grams of fiber? Fiber helps with digestion, it helps keep us full. It is fabtastic and delicious. I'm gonna measure with my heart, but I would say let's go with like 2 tablespoons here. Just a little maple syrup. You could also use honey or whatever you want. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a date. That is gonna give us some like caramely vibes. I'll chop this up. You know, you can buy chopped dates from Aldi. I should probably just do that. Then, chop up some peanuts here. In we go. And there is our little Snicker-inspired yogurt bowl. How fun. I made a mess, but that's okay. Dates are so good. Like, as much as we bash on them for people saying, nature's candy and whatnot, like, is this a Snickers? No. It is a tasty snack. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I forgot to tell you, I did also have between calls a few pork rinds and another handful of granola. A snacky. That always happens when I do what I did today, kind of, where it's like, I don't really feel like making a breakfast. I kind of just like, it's kind of like it is kind of true. Like one choice kind of like cascades into the next. And that's not to have like the all or nothing thinking, but it's just a reminder to myself today to be like, okay, I know if I don't take the time to put like a meal together, like if I could rewind the day, I'd probably make something a little bit more meal-y instead of having the protein bar and whatever else I had with it. I can't even remember. But yeah, just because I feel like that's a little, it satisfies me a little bit more. If I don't have something satisfying, I get snacky. And that's what happened today. And honestly, like, it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. Cool. I know that for tomorrow. Tomorrow might feel a little bit better, but just real life, friends. Something that makes me really happy is putting my pajamas on, washing my face, taking my makeup off before I cook dinner. And then once we're done with dinner, I'm just like ready to just relax. So we have a success with that today. We are going to make, I had planned on versus what we're actually making. I've made this a couple times for my husband and I over the past couple weeks. And it was actually inspired by when we went to Best Friend, the restaurant in Vegas. So So they had like a kind of like sweet noodle. They used spaghetti. I kind of like reinvented, replicated, whatever, that dish. So I was gonna make it, and I usually use ground turkey, but I don't know what I was thinking. I always get thrown off. Did I tell you my husband is gone? So it's just me. He left mid-morning for a golf trip. So I just completely forgot to add more ground turkey when I was making our grocery list. So we're gonna do the same thing, but easy swap. Usually with any recipe, you can just swap a protein for protein. We have to have salmon burgers. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. We don't have salmon burgers either. Oh, that's frozen. Well shoot, I was gonna use a salmon burger. Hang on, I gotta think this through. I found something. So basically I just needed a protein source, so I'm gonna use textured vegetable protein. This is why I always keep so my two options to add protein were chicken is not gonna thaw in time. Having shelf stable things is absolutely key. So I was deciding, I was like, I could have more tuna. I have couple extra cans of tuna. Always keep those on, but I just had that for lunch. But textured vegetable protein, shelf stable protein source. It is just a dehydrated soy product, and you just mix it with hot water and it like expands. So we're gonna use that, but I'll show you how I'm making the noodles, and then we'll just add the textured vegetable protein on top after. Oakley dokley, friends. Let's see if I can finish this off while talking to you. So in here, I just sauteed up a little, put some oil in there, put some coleslaw mix, and then edamame. I am on an edamame kick. Just a fun, it's got protein, fiber. It's just fabulous. I really like the texture of it. Then we're going to add, this is what the textured vegetable protein looks like when it's all cooked. It really just like rehydrates. So normally I would have ground turkey in here or whatever. Ooh, we're getting steamy. Whatever sort of ground meat. So we've got that, Then I'm gonna I just have some cooked spaghetti noodles, throw that in there. Sauce is super easy. We're just gonna do, I would say about like a tablespoon-ish of soy sauce. And then I prefer to use this sweet chili sauce, but they were out the last time I went, so we got this, so we have to get through this. So we're actually making sweet Thai ginger noodles, but we're just going to add some of that in there. You're gonna go ahead and just mix her all up. And guys, it smells really ginger. It smells really good. I love this meal. It is super, super easy.
Really? I just want to take a minute.
Ooh, spooky. Spooky puppy. Spooky puppy. Okay guys, so I am getting in bed. I have my Beam, which I am quite literally obsessed with. It's the highlight of my day. Cuddling up in bed with my Kindle and my pepperoni. I turned that on so you could see me, but we have these red lights. I think I've talked to you guys about these. It's just better for melatonin and hi, baby, hi. Hi, honey. Such a mama's boy. I had some banana bread after dinner. So we got Beam, banana bread. What am I reading? The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. This is still really dark. I apologize. Anywho, that was today's full day of eating, friends. I hope it was interesting for you. Maybe got a new idea or a tip, or just realizing that, hey, it's okay if things don't go as planned. I was thinking about this earlier. Meal planning is supposed to make your life easier, right? If you stress out over not either eating something or wanting something else, that's okay, right? Meal planning shouldn't make your life more stressful. It's an act of self-care, and today we were just flexible with it. So, all right, I'm going to drink my Beam. Oh, I love this stuff so much. I think my code is still active. I'll put it in the description if so. Oh, it's so good. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you later.